Hello again, Vanessa here to discuss my ectopic pregnancy. Tune in or go back to part 1 and part 2 of my videos. This is just part 3. I wanted to separate it because I don't really like watching really long videos. But I'm just going over my trying to conceive journey and the losses I have had throughout my trying to conceive journey. So I had 2 miscarriages and 1 ectopic pregnancy. Well, now I'm wearing my glasses. In the other videos, I weren't wearing my glasses. Anyways, um, I had to pause it because my memory died. It's fine now. I deleted a couple things. Um, but yes, ectopic pregnancy. So the 2 miscarriages, once again, I didn't even go into the symptoms, but other than me missing my period, me testing positive, I didn't have any pain or anything with my miscarriages, not even when I was passing everything through. Oh, and my second miscarriage, since I was further along at 10 weeks and 2 days, I did pass the sac. I'll see if there's a way for me to upload pictures as well so you could see some of it. Caution, of course, if you don't like pictures like that, or a trigger warning. I should put a trigger warning in case some people still need to heal. Of course, I'm still healing, but yes, the symptoms were just me bleeding severely, like I had my period, like a lot of bleeding. And then after my second miscarriage, I bled for 10 days. So my period is usually 5 days. I bled for 10 days, stopped for 7 days, and then again in the same month, I bled for 10 more days. So in 1 month, I bled for 20 days. And I'm like, what's going on? This is so much. But that's because I was further along in my pregnancy. At that point, I was 10 weeks and 2 days, more than 2 months pregnant. And my body had to regulate. And in order for me to have um, my period again normal. Once I did have my period for 1 month, the month after that is when I got pregnant again, which was not planned. But what happens when you're having unprotected sex, you could get pregnant. But the third time that I did get pregnant, it ended up being a loss, and this time was a ectopic pregnancy. I had no idea what a ectopic pregnancy was until I had to go to the hospital because I felt severe pain. Now let's rewind. So 1 month I had my period. The following month my period did not come after my period regulated. So remember, this is a whole month of me getting my period twice in 1 month for 20 days. My period regulated the next month, but then after that I missed it again. So I tested and I'm like, okay, it's positive, and I went to the OBGYN. And when I went to the OBGYN, they tested. Once again, I was pregnant. I was 5 weeks pregnant, and they saw nothing on the ultrasound. No sac, no baby, nothing. She says it's early. Maybe we can't see it yet, but come back, in a week, and we'll see if there's anything there. So I was scheduled to come back in a week. But after my OBG, what I experienced through my ectopic pregnancy, and I knew something was wrong, was severe pain. If you can imagine, or if you ever had children, I never had children before, but if you can imagine what labor pains are, it was like 2 times worse than that, 10 times worse than that. It was like severe pain that I was feeling right down here in my pelvis area. You see, it's a little windy here. Severe pain that I was feeling, and nothing would relieve it. Not Tylenol, nothing. Went to the hospital. They still couldn't see anything on the ultrasound. I went to the worst hospital ever because they couldn't do anything other than give me Tylenol, and they sent me home. And as most of you know, ectopic pregnancies can be very dangerous, depending on where the baby implants. And in my case, it was in the tube, so it couldn't be outside the uterus. It can be in the tubes. In my case, the baby was in my tubes, and it was in my left tube. And the reason I felt so much pain and the severe pain was because my tube ruptured. So the baby was in my left tube. My tube ruptured when I went back to a different hospital. I think a day later or 2 days later, because I went to my OBG again. Went to my OBG. She says, I don't see anything. You have to go to the hospital. There's nothing. You're 6 weeks pregnant. By this point, there's nothing on the ultrasound. By this point, you should see at least a sac or something. So you're having a ectopic pregnancy. Went to a different hospital because I said the other hospital, the experience was so bad, and they just gave me Tylenol, and they said we have to, keep observing you. I went to Hackensack Hospital, and they confirmed through blood work, through X-ray, through ultrasound that I indeed was having a ectopic pregnancy. So they put me under anesthesia and told me what the procedure was like, and I woke up with just a scar in my belly button because they went through my belly button, and a scar on my left side. They did excuse my pronunciation because I don't know these medical terms, but a laparoscopy, something that starts with an L and ends with a Y. So they did that procedure where they didn't have to cut me in completely. They just made a small incision, went through there, and were able to take out the baby and everything through that procedure. So here I was after 6 weeks. Again, another loss, no baby. Was it as hard as my second? No, because I didn't expect it. I didn't hear a heartbeat. So it wasn't as hard as my second, but it was still devastating because it's like, well, my trying to conceive journey was already difficult, or me losing all these babies was already emotional and draining on my body. And now I'm working one tube. How am I going to get pregnant with one tube? Like, what's next? It was already hard, or it seemed hard. How am I gonna do this with just one tube? So in my next video, I am happy to report that it took me a while to heal. I did a lot of tests. I'll tell you in the next video what kind of tests I did after my ectopic pregnancy. But I'm happy to report that now in my 4th pregnancy, I'm actually made it to the 2nd trimester, and I am now currently 18 weeks pregnant with my rainbow baby. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening in so far, and hearing all my losses. And if you have losses, or if that's what brought you here, I'm sorry for your losses. And it doesn't get easy. Mother's Day or holidays or birthdays or the days, that anniversary of when you lost, brings back triggers or brings back memories, and it never goes away, but you do learn how to cope. You do learn how to heal, and you do learn different things to make things better day by day. It does get better. Of course, this new pregnancy doesn't mean I'm not anxious or nothing changed or I forgot about my other babies, but stay tuned and I'll tell you how I got pregnant for the 4th time.
Day in, day out, it's the same road we're